Yo, welcome back. So, this is going to be the first devlog for this game, right? And I haven't really done anything too mind blowing, so not a whole lot to talk about. So, I'm just going to show you the the little bits I've been adding in. And I have done a couple of cool stuff, but just not, nothing too much. So far, I've done this sort of tutorial level 1. This is just to mess around the whole concept of this game. And let me just show you. Let's get to the good stuff, right? All right. So we start like this. Let me see if I can put it all the way so everybody can see. Right. So we got a little knight. I've made a new magical sword. Look at this. How cool is that? It even has like a little flare, some sparks or particles. They're hard to see, but they're little stars. So this is our new attack. And to do so, like we can spam it while we have at least one mana. But the mana is consumed once we hit an enemy. So you can see up here, we have health and we have mana, right? And this actually works. Like we don't die. We don't like blow up or anything like that. And I can even give myself health like that. Um but yeah, we have mana and we have health. It's a bit too big. I'm still testing the whole size of things. So we have this neat little tutorial. We have our stairs or leather. I gave the slime a little animation. It looks like a little, I don't know. It looks some sort of like puffy fruit. So we're gonna hit him and check this out. Oh, gonna hide. Check the animation. I'm a little proud of it. It looks so cute, man. It's a ghost. Look, little ghosty shows up and then disappears. The whole thing happens so quickly, but that's like 17 frames or something. I've also done a lot of sparkly things for our coins. Like if we pick them up, bling, right? So cool. And I did, I've done, diddly do? What? I've done this. Did this? Yeah, I did this. I've created this. And this is a movable block. Right. So we move against it, and look at that. It moves. And plop. How cool is that? Then we go here, and that's a mana sword. So now we don't have any mana, right? We can't attack. I'm pressing the button, nothing's happening. And if we touch this enemy, ow, we take damage. So we either push through it, and we go through, and we lose health. See, we don't die. Or, I'm teaching the player. Oh, look at this shiny thing. You pick it up, and now we have mana again. And now we can, poof. Little ghosty pops up. Pick up some coins. Now we don't have mana again. Oh, there's some fireballs. But we can like move this, right? Keep ourselves safe. Now pick this up. And wait. And move it and bang. There she goes. And that was our tutorial. So that was level 1. Then I used the door and we go to this like empty scene. Well, it has a little bit. This is from explaining how to change scenes. But yeah. So this is what we got so far. And it's pretty cool. Like I like it. No, it goes by really fast when you're playing it, right? Because it's only the tutorial. But I love the concepts of like moving the stone and it plops down and you pick the stuff up. Right? There's a lot of cool stuff. And this goes to show what makes a good game. Like I'm not saying that this is like an amazing game or whatever. But as I was making it, I was thinking like what makes a good game? You know, because how can I put this? I'm trying to say something, but the words aren't coming. It's like I was thinking, like, what makes a fun game? What is it fun about playing a game, right? And for instance, you can make this the sword not cost mana, right? And you can just walk around and you just killing enemies like a bunch of them. But that's fun at the start, and then it stops being fun, right? Because you know, oh, this is too easy. All I got to do is keep running and keep pushing this button, and everything dies, right? So one of the things that really makes a game fun is not exactly difficulty. It's choice and restricting yourself. It's limitations. Like right now, I have one mana. I have another one upstairs, but what if I didn't? Right? So, ow. I took damage there, but I could save my mana. Like, instead of. It's choices, right? I have a choice. I can use it here, or I can jump over, and then maybe instead of this, I would have an enemy. So now I'd have a choice. Do I make my life easy and I kill this one, and then I move on? Or do I jump over that one and then kill this one, and now as my reward I have a couple of coins, right? That's really what makes a good game good, in my opinion. You know, it's all the little choices, all the stuff you think about. Because, I mean, we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything from killing that guy, so we can skip him, right? And now we have 2 mana. Now I've killed this one, and I still have 1, right? I could save it for something else. Right? And now I'm leaving the level with 1 mana still, right? So it's all those little things that, you know, we should think about when making a game. Don't just think about like trying to do trying to copy some game that you really like, but then you copy it and you're like, why is my game not fun? You know? It kind of does the same things as the other game. It's like the sprinkles that's missing, it's this kind of thinking, right? So now we have the limitation. No more mana. Like I can't use my sword anymore. So now I need to find another sword to fight the enemies. No? It's cool stuff like that. That's good to think about. Also, I've been having so much fun with this. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's because I remade not remade. It's because I made, right? I created all the assets. Everything was hand drawn by me. So I just feel a bit more connected to the game, I suppose. And it's looking so cute. I don't know why. It just it reminds me of all the NES games that I used to love so much, and the Super Nintendo ones as well. Right? It it has that sort of charm to it. I've always liked like really old games. I mean, the name of the channel is like Retro Game Logic. It isn't just because I thought it sounded cool. It's because I actually like the old games way better than the new ones. Right. So, anyways, so this is our first level so far. It's our tutorial, and we're gonna go from here. I'm gonna make a lot more assets. Maybe make some like moving platforms. I already made like a lava tile. I'm not too happy with it. I still need to like change a few things about it before I add it in. But yeah, but I don't know why. I like I love this game. But yeah, limitations. If you're watching this and you're trying to get as many tips as possible, like limitations makes games so much better, right? Having too much freedom is boring. Having too much of anything is boring. It's not even difficulty. Like people say, "Oh, just make the game hard. Hard equals fun." Nope, it's not. It's the connection you have with the game. And all the sprinkles. I mean, look at how much cooler the sword looks. Like it shows up and then disappears, leaves a sprinkle, right? Has that cool little thing to it. And all the smoky bits showing up, right? And that bit. I love that. The explosion, the little ghost. All this game feel is what really like makes the game pop, you know? Right. So now we got this. Tomorrow I'll work on it a little. Ooh, almost forgot. And obviously, if you don't, oh no, a fireball! Ow! Ow! Stop that! Alright, that's all we got. No, I'm not gonna ramble on and talk your ear off when I have nothing to say. Usually my videos are like an hour long, but I actually have something to say or explain or whatever. But today I got nothing. This is just, I don't know. It's too little. Like you're looking at this like, I mean, this is nothing, right? But this takes so much time, like making the particle effects, making all that stuff, agonizing over it, making sure everything's working properly, you know, ironing out all the bugs. And I mean, look at this. The little ghost. It took me forever to make. I wanted to do like a cool death animation, but I wasn't too sure what to do. Like this took forever for me to figure out like how to do the pushing the thing. And then the coins. I adjusted the hitboxes as well. Like look at that. I'm almost on top of the thing and it's not picking it up. Like you actually need to be on top of it and touch it. Yeah. It just makes so much of a difference. Let me show you the little ghosty. Like the little ghosty is so cool. Uh where did I put it? Like enemies? What did I call it again? Mana Ghost? Oh, it is Mana Ghost. There you go. Look, there's so many frames. This thing has so many frames. I was just, I started doodling on Piscal. I was, look at that. How many frames is this? I was listening to something and I was just like zoning out and just doodling on Piscal. Like, oh, I wanted to make some. Yeah, 17. Look at that. It's like I'd really like to have something pop up or whatever and be like, a cute little thing. And then I started like, oh, maybe a ghosty. And I started making the ghost, and look at that. He looks so cute. He actually shows up from the bottom, like from the explosion or whatever. See? And then he hovers, and then he closes his hands, and he disappears. But it happens so quick. Like, there was so. I put in so much work on this, and then it just happens in like a split second. But it looks cute though. And then I give it like a white outline just to make him pop a bit more. He looks so cute. It's like a ghosty. He's like saying, "Ooh, thank you. You freed me." Maybe that'll be part of the lore or something. I don't think I did anything else. Like everything else is the same. I just did this block today. I was like, oh, I wanted to have like moving blocks that you could push for like puzzles or whatever. So this was the design I came up with. I was trying to make boxes with like a cross on it, and as I was trying to make a crate, right? This is supposed to be a crate. I was making a crate, but with some wooden crosses or whatever. It was just like, eh. I tried so many formulas. It's like, eh. And I was like, oh, you know what? All my characters have this like cute little 8-bit face, right? You have the jellies, you have the that guy. I mean, our main character has the little eyes, right? They all have it, right? There's the wizard. So I was like, what if I make that into like a theme? Because it's already kind of themed, right? All the characters have that face. The currency of the land has a happy face, right? So it's like, what if I do this into a thing? What if I make this into a thing, right? And it turned out really cool. I made it. It was like, oh my god, this is so cute. It is stone with a face. It is so cute. I love it. I love it so much. But then the moving thing. Oh yeah, if you're still for whatever reason still hanging on and listening to me, well here's a treat. I probably should make this into its own video. Not the fireball. Where is crate? I'm looking for crate. Fireball gold crates. See, I even call it a crate. It's not a tile or whatever. So you can copy paste this. This is how to make the crate move. Right? This is all of it. It's not a lot. It's just it took me a while to figure out the measurements. And you got to think that the measurements here, they're like those numbers exist because they're 96 by 96 tiles, right? That's the measurements. And so yeah, this morning I never done something like that. Like never made like a box move or whatever, pushing a box. So it's like, oh man, how do I do it? And then I thought I had an idea in my head. I was like, oh, if I collide, I add a force. And no, that doesn't work. So it's like, okay, collision doesn't work. How do I do it? And then I started messing around with the bounding box, which is like the square around your asset. The bounding box is this. It's not the collision. I thought it was the collision box, but it's not. Like the bounding box is this thing. Where's a coin? Where is coin? I don't see coin. Oh, it's because it's level 2. Never mind. Level 1. Right, it's this. When I hover over the coin, if you notice there's a square. If I click it, you can see it better. See this square around it? That's the bounding box. It's not the collision shape. It's not the collision whatever inside. The collision mask. It's this box. Like if I click on this guy, he has a box too. And that's the size of our sprite, right? The size of our box, 96 by 96. If I click on this, same box. And that's the bounding box. So when on the events it's referring to the bounding box, that's it. Like if I click on this, if we zoom in, like see this line where it ends here, you can ask to refer to the bounding box left, which is this line, the bottom, which is this line, the right, which is that side, and the top, which is that side. So I'm checking if my character, if his bounding box, which is this line, it's these very thin lines around it. For example, if this line is in collision or within a certain measure of this line, then he moves it here. If let's pretend this is the little knight. If this line of his, if the bounding box left of little knight is within a certain distance of the bounding box right of the box, then we apply a force. And then I made the box a platformer object, so that way it has physics. It's both a platform and a platformer, right? And that way it has physics. So you push it, and then when it has nothing underneath, it plop, it falls down. And you also need to change the collision mask, because if you leave it at 96 by 96, like right on the edge, then it won't fall down the hole. Like you need to give it a little wiggle room for it to actually fall down. Yeah, never done that before. It was cool. It's like, oh, I learned something new. But other than that, I've just been applying the stuff that I've been teaching in the series, right? This is all juicing. This is all the same thing. It's just me drawing assets, right? This is all the basic stuff, except for this, right? This was new. And then, bang. Oh, that's good. That's it. That's it. All right. If you're still watching this, leave a comment. Like if you liked. Consider subscribing. Just leave me a comment. Let me know you watched all the way to the end. It'd make me happy. And yeah, that was the first devlog. That's what I've been up to. I know it's not a lot, but doing all this stuff takes time. Making the special effects, all this stuff be nice and neat, and all this stuff. It takes a lot of time. I had a whole bunch of other stuff to do as well. Yeah, level 1 complete, done. I think this is good. It's a good it's a good tutorial, right? I think this works as a first level, because you start the game, it's like, oh, what's the controls, right? You have your own room. You're like, oh, you jump. And then it's like you already start with a mana, so you press the button, and it's like, oh, yeah. This is how you attack. Ooh, this is so cool. And it's like, oh, so to go up there, it's like, okay, oh, so this button makes it go up. And then the slime doesn't go all the way here, so you can actually be here and he won't kill you. So you're like, oh, maybe I can hit him. And then you hit him. And it's like, uh-oh, why can't I attack now? And then you go up, maybe you like walk past that one, and you're like, oh, I pushed it. So what if oh, there we go. So you learn about pushing the box. Then you come up here, and you're like, oh, what's that? You pick it up. Then you try it. Oh, I can attack again. Yeah. So now you know, like that one's a blue one, that's a sword, so you pick it up, now you can attack. Right. And I think that's a good introduction. No. I'll keep working on it. Anyways, enough rambling. Devlog number 1, level 1, sort of complete. It's good for now. It's good enough for now. I'm looking forward to making the demo. Once the demo's done, I'm gonna put it on GDev Games, and I'm gonna upload it to GDev Games, but I'm gonna put it on the forums, all that stuff, so people can try it out and check it out. Anyways, catch you guys next time. I'm off to bed. Peace out.